Live from the NBC Montana studios, this is NBC Montana Today.
Good morning, Montana. I'm Jason Hurst. Thanks for waking up with us. Let's get you informed and prepared to finish out the week strong. Coming up over the next half hour, we are less than a week away from U.S. Senator Bernie Sanders' tour stop into Garden City. Find out who's joining him and the latest details about the event. Plus, a new chancellor will soon take office at Montana Tech. We will tell you who and when she steps into the role.
People not even born yet are receiving millions in benefits. I'm Jeff Harris in Washington. Coming up, the new fraud report from DOJ revealing shocking details about unemployment insurance claims.
The time is 6 a.m. It is 28 degrees this morning in Butte. We're at 51 in Kalispell, Missoula, Bozeman, Dillon. We are waking up in the 40s. Here's a live look at radar. A couple of showers out there, mainly just looking at rain along Highway 2 through, say, the northern Rocky Mountain front there around Marias Pass. Just seeing some rainfall right now, but that's going to change over to snow for you in this weekend. Marias Pass could see some accumulating snowfall. Day planner, Missoula, not as warm as we were yesterday, not as sunny either. We're going to see increasing clouds, 56 at around 2 p.m., 58 in that 5 o'clock hour. For Bozeman, you're also going to see increasing cloud cover, becoming cloudy by 5 o'clock today with that temperature sitting at 66. Lowering snow levels and a significant temperature drop. Everything you need to know is coming up in 10 minutes.
This is breaking news from NBC Montana.
We start with breaking news. We have learned of a fire in Ennis. We are being told it is a fully involved residential structure fire on Centennial Drive near the Madison Meadows Golf Course. Now, upon arrival, crews found a single-family home fully engulfed in flames. Fortunately, all occupants had safely evacuated prior to the fire department's arrival. Now, fire crews immediately began efforts to contain the fire and prevent it from spreading to nearby brush and neighboring homes. By approximately 2:45 a.m., the fire was fully contained and extinguished. Unfortunately, the home was completely destroyed by the fire. Now, fire crews remained on scene for overall cleanup, and all units cleared the scene by around 3:45 a.m. Now, the cause of the fire is currently under investigation, but a lot of crews were on hand. Crews from Madison Valley Rural Fire Department, along with Virginia City Fire Department, Harrison Fire Department, Madison Valley Ambulance Service, Madison County Sheriff's Office, and Madison County Department of Emergency Services. They were all there being dispatched to the scene. Now, if you want to read more on this story, visit NBCMontana.com. In Helena, a bill concerned with, quote, weather modification raised some eyebrows Thursday. Senate Bill 473 prohibits the release of chemicals or any device that could be used to control the weather. Similar bans have been proposed in Kentucky, North Dakota, and Florida. Supporters say the bill attempts to keep Montana's environment clean, while opponents argue it gets into conspiracy theory territory.
We're on day 71 of the session. We've yet to deliver property tax relief. I think we have far more important things to do than to debate the nuances of chemtrails, contrails, and so much more.
Ultimately, the bill was shot down on the House floor with 45 in support and 55 against. And stay with NBC Montana as we continue following the Montana legislature. A Flathead District Court judge is running for a state Supreme Court. Judge Dan Wilson announced his campaign earlier this week and wants to bring a conservative judicial philosophy to the state's high court, saying, quote, I will not be beholden to any special interest group's agenda and recognize that the court's role is to interpret the law as written, not create it. Wilson worked as a prosecutor in Great Falls. He became a Flathead County District Court judge back in 2017. In Butte, the search for answers after a hit-and-run crash destroyed a historic cemetery arch. The arch at the entrance of Mountain View Cemetery dates back more than 100 years. The witness tells the cemetery owner that a white box truck hit it Monday night just before 9 o'clock. The round iron arch and gate were completely ripped from the ground. The arch was widened and heightened to 15 feet about a decade ago to try to prevent an accident like this one. Damage is estimated to be in the tens of thousands of dollars. The cemetery owner has insurance but isn't sure if it will be covered. And you can contact the Butte Police Department at the number right there on your screen, 406 497-1120 if you have any information. A prominent face for the Democratic Party will join U.S. Senator Bernie Sanders in Missoula next week. U.S. Representative Alexandria Ocasio-Cortez from New York will speak alongside Sanders at his Fight Oligarchy tour that stops at the University of Montana. Now, doors will open at 10:30 a.m. with music by Comic Sans at 12:15. Speeches kick off at 1 o'clock. You can find the link to RSVP for the event on our homepage, NBCMontana.com. And NBC Montana will attend the event and bring you team coverage on air and online. Montana Tech in Butte announces Dr. Karen Marangel is the 13th chancellor, as she will step into her new role on August 4th. Dr. Marangel recently served as the chief science officer of the U.S. National Science Foundation. She also served as dean of the College of Liberal Arts and Sciences and professor at Portland State University. Dr. Marangel also held the titles of vice chancellor and assistant vice chancellor for academic chancellor of the Oregon University system. DOGE just released some surprising findings from a survey of unemployment insurance claims. The survey indicating thousands of supposedly young and old people had claimed benefits, totaling over $380 million. The survey focused on unemployment insurance claims over the last 5 years. Jeff Harris with the National News Desk reports.
In a post on X, DOGE cited an initial survey of unemployment claims dating back to 2020. The department saying it found multiple instances of abuse of unemployment funds, including from people with birth dates 15 years in the future. DOGE taking to X this week, revealing shocking new findings from a survey on unemployment insurance claims. Findings Labor Secretary Lori Chavez-DeRemer shared with President Trump.
We have over almost 25,000 people who are over 115 years old who are collecting $59 million that we have sent out.
Now, in addition to that group, DOGE also claims 28,000 people between 1 and 5 years old claimed right around $254 million in unemployment benefits. 9.7 thousand with birth dates 15 years in the future claimed right around $69 million. And even in one case, someone with a birthday in year 2154 claimed $41,000.
Under the Department of Labor, those are the things that we're uncovering.
Madeline Somerville, an attorney and political analyst, tells us these findings come after DOGE claimed it removed millions of Social Security accounts belonging to people listed over 120 years old.
When there are default dates, it looks like there's a wacky number of people who are receiving benefits that they shouldn't be, but that's simply because of the default data entry.
And she believes the same thing is happening here. Yes, some people could be getting benefits they shouldn't, but likely not the amount being claimed.
These instances of waste, fraud, and abuse exist. They're just highly inflated.
Now, we wanted to share an update DOGE just posted on the findings, writing on X. California, New York, and Massachusetts had most of these improper claims, totaling right around $305 million in unemployment benefits. I'm Jeff Harris reporting from Washington.
And we now visit with Chief Meteorologist Brooke Foster, who is standing by. And Brooke, we've talked about it. Rain showers are coming, but how bad is it going to be?
You know, we're not expecting an all-day rain event. Just a couple of hit-or-miss showers for us this morning in northwest Montana. But we will see a bit more widespread shower activity heading into the weekend. Of course, we're going to time it all out with our future tracker hour-by-hour forecast in about 10 minutes. But let's take a live look outside this morning. Increasing cloud cover across western Montana. You're going to see some sunshine today in Dillon, although it's not going to be as warm as you were yesterday, but you're still going to be above normal for this time of year. Here's that satellite and radar loop bringing in a couple of showers. Now, snow levels for us today are going to hover right around 5,000 feet, but they're going to drop almost to the valley floor as we head into the weekend. I'll let you know if we're going to have any travel impacts from accumulating snow coming up in about 10 minutes.
Coming up, a DOD report is raising new questions about COVID-19, its origins and start date under new scrutiny. Christine Frizzell has the latest from Washington. Plus, the mining city is set to host 2 major college basketball tournaments back-to-back, the venue and how officials are preparing. But first, here is a live look over Dillon. And Chief Meteorologist Brooke Foster has your 7-day forecast. That's all coming up in about 10 minutes.